am. Check it out. In the heart of deep East Texas. Drinking some homebrew kombucha. And going to show you what I did this morning with these tomato suckers. That's right, I named this video, I'm going to get you, sucker. And that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to make a few more tomato plants. Didn't have time to plant the seeds. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to clone a bunch of tomato plants real quick and get some more for planting and for sharing. So I'm also going to show you how easy it is to bottle up this kombucha and how delicious it is. I'll just show you that right now. It is delicious. All right. Well, I'll take you back out to the garden and show you my tomato plant that I'm gonna go under the knife with. All right. I'm gonna get you, sucker. You all know what I mean by suckers. You know, the little stems that come off the main stem, the side shoots, like this little guy here, this guy. That's what I'm going for. I'm just gonna take this little pot, set it up here so get a better look at it. Okay, I'm gonna take these suckers, I'm gonna get these suckers, I'm gonna make some new tomato plants. And when they're small, you can just kind of snap them one way, snap them the other way, and they'll come right off. But I think they're a little too big for that, so I got a little bitty knife, just nice clean little cut, and then I'm gonna take them up and get them potted on. Maybe soak them in a little bit of water for a morning or two, but we'll see. Let me get going. Oh, that's a wad. You can take that little leaf off there. Probably this one too. And that's my first cut. I'm gonna set it down there. Where can I do another one? I see another one right here. Ha ha ha. See, these are great. They're gonna give me a head start on starting some new tomato plants. It's not like having to start from seed. These little guys will grow some roots and they're on their way. Maybe I got one more. Think this one will do? Yeah, it's big enough. There, got one more. So 3 off of this plant. Wait a minute, I see one more. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, it's not very big, but that's okay. We'll give it a try anyway. All right, I'm gonna take those upstairs, pot them on, get them growing. This is the only tomato plant of this that survived or grew from the seeds. So now hopefully I'll have 3 or 4 more. And I can still do that trick again. I think I'm gonna take a few of the lower leaves off of this plant right here and clean it up. I'm gonna move it somewhere pretty soon and get it strung up, but I just don't have any place yet in the garden here. I think I'm gonna end up putting it up in the front bed. So, all right, well, I'll show you the next step when we get inside. All right, I found a few more suckers and just gonna pot them off. I'm gonna go with the biggest ones first. It's real simple. You just make a little hole with this magic pen here as a dibber and just drop it in. Okay, now you can use root toner. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and it usually works both ways. I'm gonna have a little experiment, see if half of the ones I do with root toner grow better roots or seem to grow faster, or if it makes any difference at all. And so I'm just gonna go through here, poke some holes, pick out the biggest ones first, and get them going. Okay, dip, 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 tap, 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 stuff, stuff, stuff. Very good. All right, pull off this little extra leaf. Dip, dip, tap, 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 and drop. All right, find a couple of good ones here. Boop, and boop. All right, now just separate these. These are the ones with, and those aren't. Okay, now I'm going to go through the rest of these here. These are smaller ones I found on a couple other tomato plants. I'm sure they'll be big enough. Just get the biggest ones here.
maybe the biggest isn't the most important thing. You know, I think just getting a head start so you're not growing from seed is the key. You don't want them too big. You don't want them with too many leaves because they're not going to have any roots when you first stick them in here, and it's going to be hard to keep them alive. So, yeah, these small ones probably maybe it's a better way to go with the small ones. We'll see. It's all an experiment. I mean, it's worked for me every time I've tried it. So, don't be afraid to give it a try. It's going to work. I'm just going to press these in. Then I'll give it a good watering. Keep it damp but not soaking, and here, slide these back. Now, this side is going to be the, put the pen in there, so that's the side with the root toner, and that side is without. Okay, get a good look. All right, they look pretty good. Okay, I told you I was going to bottle up some kombucha. This is the next batch of tea that I made. It's been cooling down, getting ready for me to transfer over the SCOBY. Here's the SCOBY. It's been floating in there for about 5 days, 6 days, and I'm going to transfer it over into there. And then I'm going to bottle it up. Now, the fun part. Make sure, good clean hands. Double check, give it a good final stir. Yeah, temperature's fine. You don't want to scold your SCOBY, putting it in hot water. Yeah, this is kind of weird. It's kind of like the consistency of a jellyfish or a flesh tortilla. And yeah, it's kind of grody. I mean, the whole idea is really pretty gross when you think about it, having a big colony of bacteria and yeast floating in your tea and then drinking it. But it's good, and it's good for you. It's easy to do. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of this mature kombucha and I'm going to pour it in here, a little starter fluid. So the kombucha, I don't know, it's not such a shock or something. I don't know why you do it. You just do it. It's a good idea. And that's really easy. Now we just go on to bottling. And no fancy tools or anything like that. Just a little funnel. Carefully pour it in there. You will spill a little bit. And it's quick and easy. You might need to tip the jar up on edge when you start to get shallow. And I try to avoid getting any of the big floaty bits down at the bottom, the mother, but you know, it's certainly not going to hurt you. Now, I don't add any flavoring or anything at this point. I just bottle it up plain, and I can add some fruit juice or soda or whatever I want when I go ahead and drink it. So now I'm just going to bottle it up, put it in the fridge, chill it down. It's going to be delicious. Got to give it a try. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time in the garden.